Hello everyone, so in this video, let us talk about the third problem from the latest LEETCODE bi-weekly contest 106. So let's start. The problem name is movement of robots. So the problem statement goes like this, that there are some robots that are standing on an infinite number line with the initial coordinates given to you by a zero index integer array. So as you can see, we have an integer array which gives the initial coordinates where these robots are standing and a nums in the nums array. And these robots will start moving in a particular direction, which is given to you as well at the start of the command, and they will keep on moving in the direction, and the direction speed is such that they will move a unit distance in each second. Okay, so let's say if they are at position 2, in every second they'll from 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and so on. So in every second they'll move in this particular manner. Now you're also going to string s denoting the initial direction in which the robots will start moving. Okay, so if L means that they move to the left direction or in the negative side. So if let's say it is 0 and this is left side, so they will move to the -1, -2, and so on. If it is right side, they will start moving from like 1, 2, and 3. So whatever left and right, it depends upon this. Okay, now the whole problem statement goes like this, that if the two robots, because there are multiple robots moving on this particular number line, if they collide, they'll just bounce in the opposite direction from which they're coming from. Okay, so let's say bounce to the opposite direction. So let's take an example here. So let's say that there are one robot here which is coming like this, another robot is coming like this. They meet at this particular position, they both collide, and then they turn. So this ball moving in this right direction, this is moving in the left direction, but now they collide and they switch their directions. Now they start moving to the left direction, they start moving to the right direction, and they now bounce off. Okay, so let's say they move like this and then they bounce off. Okay, just a pure collision type of thing. Okay, so now your oral task is that you have to return the sum of the distances between all the pair of robots after these seconds have passed away, and the number can be pretty much large, so you have to do a modulus of 10 to the 9 plus 7. That is the oral problem statement. Now it has multiple aspects, so you have to first uncover all the aspects one by one. It's a good problem, so we'll try to uncover all the aspects one by one of how you can solve this particular problem out. So let us first try to talk about the actual position and the overall movement of these particular robots. So there is a very similar problem which is like very close to this particular problem, which has ants and a plank. I will link that particular problem in the description of this particular video, so you can also check that problem out if you want to practice more such problems. So going now to this problem, what you can assume is that you have to first understand one small trick to actually uncover these layers of this particular problem. Let's say that you have a particular ball that is coming to the right direction and another is coming to the left direction. Now they keep on coming, and then they hit at that particular center point. Now when they hit, they actually start moving in the opposite direction from they're coming from. But on the contrary side, you can also assume, because the balls are very similar, you can assume that these balls have passed each other like a ghost. So what I mean by this is, because let's assume that this ball keeps on going, and then it passed and goes in the same direction, and this also goes in the same direction. Why? Because if it is bounce and it goes in this direction, and it bounce also it goes in this direction, it also means the same, because the balls are very similar to each other, like they are almost identical to each other. We don't have to track that this is ball 1 and ball 2. So assume that there's a bag. You have seen like these probability bag problems, they are all red balls. If you pick out any red ball, they all are identical. You cannot just say that I picked the first red ball, second red ball. No, all the balls are same. Similar to that, if the balls are here and if they collide, you can also assume that this ball, instead of bouncing back, you can assume that this has gone here, because you can just assume that this ball has transferred its consciousness to the next ball, because they're already same, just the complete same. So this ball has transferred its collision like consciousness to here, and it has now started moving to here, and this ball just means that it has start going to the right hand side only. So it just comes down to the conclusion that every ball doesn't collide. Okay, it just act as a ghost. They passed, like they pass through each other. Now this makes the problem very simple, because now you can assume that there is no collision at all. Whatever direction these balls are moving, they keep on moving in that direction, and that is the one thing. So if after d seconds you have to find out their position, what you can simply do is that if it is moving in the right direction, you can add whatever position they have plus d. So if they are on, let's say coordinate 2, and if they have to find it after 3 seconds, it will be on coordinate 5. Because even if it's collide, you can assume that the other ball is also like similar to that. It has passed through it, and it, like the other ball will go to that particular direction. So there will always be a ball at that particular, let's say, position. Okay, similar to that, if it is on the negative side, you will subtract d. So after that, you have all the balls at a particular position. You know the position of these balls after these seconds. So you have now a particular array like that. Now, the overall problem now comes down to find out the overall distance, the pairwise distance between every of these balls. But as you can see, the constraints are pretty much large, 10 to the power 5. You cannot do a brute force way to find out all the pairs. So let's take an example that you have balls like this. You have four balls like this, and you have to find out every pair of distance. So let's say this, 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 and this. So every pair of distance. So it might take off n square in a very brute force way, but you can have seen that some of the distances are very repeating. As you can see that this distance is coming in this, and this. So it means that some of the distances are very repetitive in nature, which is coming on like you are adding it 3 times. So why not just try to use this particular approach and use a prefix array, prefix sum array, to store these values out and repetitively use it as we just build out the distance between all these balls. So we will use that particular method. So it has used two particularly key tricks. One, that the balls passed each other like a ghost, and the next one is to use prefix array to find out and to optimize the sum between all the pair of balls. Now, how can we do that? Let's take some small example to understand that as well. So let's draw out a number line. So what you can draw out some pattern here, that the distance between this and this is this. So what you can see here is that to find out the distance between this and all the other points, you have to somehow, so this point is connected to how many points? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you have to find out what all these points are. So the distance between them is this, and this. Now it is occurring 3 times. So the distance is the coordinate of this point minus this point, this point minus this point, this point minus this point. Okay, so what you can see is that this point has to be occur 3 times, and these 3 points have to occur 1 time. So if I have some prefix sum of the summation of all these 3 numbers which are behind this number, I will take all these 3 digits, like all these 3 coordinates, and subtract it 3 times with this number I am on. So I have to just find out the prefix sum of all the numbers behind a particular number. I want to find out the sum, and then let's say it has 3 digits behind it. So 3 times this particular coordinate value, let's say x, minus the prefix sum of all the digits which is behind, all the coordinates which are behind this particular thing. Also, what you can see is that I have all the coordinates of all these positions after d seconds, but they are not sorted because some might be here, some might be here, some might be here, some might be here. So all these should be done in a sorted manner so that I can just take all this particular index and find out how many coordinates are behind it and find out the sum of all of them like this manner. Okay, that's the whole logic, that the distance between them is the subtraction of this coordinate minus this coordinate, this and this and this. So this coordinate has to occur 3 times in the summation, and this has to occur 1 time. So you just have to take it 3 times minus the summation of all these values, which can be done by prefix sum. Okay, that is the complete logic for this particular problem. If you still have any doubts, you can mention on the comment box for this particular video. I will love to check it out. So as you can see here, what we have done is that because they passed each other, the final position of this particular values will be just take out every ith element in the nums array, and if that particular value is that they're going in the right direction, keep on adding in the right direction. So you will add d, because after d seconds it will be at the dth position. Similarly, if it's going in the left direction, we'll subtract d. So now we have all the position of all these robots after d seconds. So now we'll sort out all these coordinates so that we have a plain number line. Like all the numbers sorted in the number line. What we'll have to do is that we have to find out the sum. So we'll store it in answer. And the prefix sum will store out the prefix of all the digits before it of a particular coordinate. We'll start from index 1 because the first is already the first value you can directly initialize. Now what you can do is that you can find out the prefix of all these values and store it in some prefix array. Okay, now for every value, what you have to do is that you have to find out the sum of that particular number n times how many elements are before it. So as you can see, if I equal to 1, because it's index 0, how many elements are before it? Only one element. So whatever is I is the number of elements before it. So I will multiply the current element with I times to get those I numbers and subtract out with the prefix sum of all the numbers before it, which is I minus 1. That is how we'll get the sum of that distances, the sum of distances between the current number and all the other numbers before it. Will get the prefix sums. like the distance between every pair of elements of every pair of robots with the current robot with all the other robots behind him in the, let's say, coordinate line or this number line. Okay, we'll get this a particular answer, and because it can become too large, we at every step we'll do a modulus of that particular number with 10 to the 9 plus 7. Okay, and then we just return out our answer. That's it. That's the complete logic and the code part for this particular problem. If you still have any doubts, you can mention on in the comment box for this particular video. I will love to answer all them. Thank you for watching the video till the end. I will see you in the next one. Till keep coding and bye.